Okay, good morning, everybody, for Tuesday, the 30th of May. It's the same weather again. It's been the same weather for most of the last few days, really. High pressure dominates and is blocking and continues to supply a northeasterly flow over our part of the country. That northeasterly flow remaining relatively strong as we go through the next couple of days, and not too much of any significant weather, maybe just the odd chance of some cloud this afternoon if we get really lucky. Those winds at heights looking somewhere in the region of around northeasterly at around 15 to 20 knots at flying heights, a bit stronger in the morning before increasing again into the evening. Satellite picture shows a lot of moisture just trapped under an inversion in our area, but starting to burn back. A lot of heating required in most areas of the country other than the south coast and the west country. But yeah, all over us currently, lots of sort of low-level cloud, probably about 1,500 feet or so. Public forecast shows yet another sunny day with a top temperature of 19 degrees today, good visibility, but feeling quite bitter in that northeasterly wind. High UV levels still exist though, so make sure you are putting on sun cream. GFS agrees with a top temperature of 19 or 20, and dew points currently of around, are currently looking around double figures at the 10-degree mark. Currently at Lasham, we have a temperature of 10 degrees and a dew point of 5. And the picture outside, I can't really show you, but it's, yeah, some low-level stratocumulus stratus stuff. Farnborough currently reporting broken at 1,800 feet with that northeasterly wind, and scatter clouds at 1,800 feet in their TAF. I think that's a little bit pessimistic though. Ojim are also reporting that clouds, but if we go further up towards Bryce Norton, you can see that they're showing a few clouds at 3,500 feet anytime from 10 o'clock onwards. On to the soaring forecast then. SkySight seems to be very pessimistic and Top Meteo appears to be very optimistic. Effectively, GFS struggles to understand the detail in a northeasterly wind, and between the two of them, they interpret it slightly differently. With actual potential flight distance today, I'd probably knock 100 kilometers off it. SkySight says 0 kilometers, but that just shows you that variety. Your best area up towards Oxfordshire and down towards the Stockbridge area. All of the good areas are really in airspace, I'm afraid. It won't be an early start. We're looking at it being unsoarable probably till lunchtime. Starting to get soarable to maybe 2,500 feet by 12 o'clock with a temperature of 16 or 17 degrees. This afternoon when the grid launches again, we will have blue up to around 3,500 feet above Lasham. This afternoon, just the odd chance of some cumulus just coming in very shallow. It is indeed peaking probably with cloud base or top of convection at around 4,000 feet. Doesn't last particularly long into the evening. By 6:30, I imagine it's starting to get unstoreable. Yeah, that wind is really going to be a challenge today, whether you're aerotowing out of Lasham or you are trying to operate back into the airfield later this evening. Top Meteo thinks it will get to 20.5 degrees. I don't think it will, and that's why I think the convection will just be slightly weaker than we are expecting. Airspace wise today, there's not too much in the way to discuss. Obviously, our competition 22 is not relevant. There are an article dropping this evening at Abingdon, but there's nothing of significance in the NOTAMs. Operationally today, we are again runway 09 north side operation, launching from here, launching to the east. Please be aware, turbulence is going to be an issue. If you're a student pilot, please seek the advice of an instructor, as you should be doing anyway before going flying. But yes, it will be turbulence both on takeoff and landing today, with that northeasterly around 15 knots. The grid is operating here, and there's effectively an imaginary buffer zone where we try not to cross. If you do need to land on the south side, then please go ahead, but just be aware it might take a little bit longer to retrieve you. And the grid launch, which will probably take place after 1 o'clock today, will cause the club operation to stop for a little while. But I don't think we're expecting a particularly busy club operation, so it shouldn't be too much of a delay. Throughout this week, with it being blue, there are significant gaggles, sometimes 20 gliders in each thermal. Please be very, very careful. Some of these gaggles can be quite fierce, put it that way. So if you don't know what you're doing, please don't go in the gaggles. This is not the sort of environment to learn how to fly with other gliders in, because it is very, very busy indeed, and the conditions are not that amazing. Towards the end of the day, we're going to be careful. Stuff might just stop us briefly whilst the competition finishes come in, but no movements. Maybe just one at 6 o'clock, but no movements that are really going to affect us today. 09 in use, and just be aware of the competition. Briefing for the competition is at 10 o'clock today. Bye for now.